What is up, everybody? It is Rodak with Rodak Survival, and we are back with some more of the 125 series that I've been competing in. Now, with each week on this grind, you guys know I have been getting a little bit better and better, including last week when we got our first moto podium. But today, I'm greedy and I want more. I want to get that first overall podium. Yeah, it is cool to go 5-3 like I did last week, but this week I want to be in the podium after everything is said and done and all the points are added up together. So we are here at Southwick, about to do a little sand surfing on the 125, and without further ado, let's go get that podium. Right here before the race, guys, I knew today might be a good day because I just hit this little jump. This happens and I'm like, today might actually be a good day. So we are here in moto number 1. You guys know the deal. We're looking to get a good start. I do believe I can run that podium position because in our little warm-up qualifying thing, I was 3rd fastest. So I'm like, all right, just need to stay up, get a good start, and stay consistent. Let's see how that goes. Going to get a decent jump, and I'm like, all right, we might be in business here, but then this happens. Someone hits someone from the inside. We're in dead last. We got some work to do. So I'm in damage control right here, and I'm like, all right, we just need to get around these guys, avoid someone going down right there, and shout out to Sporky right here. Almost landed on him, but he left a video, or left a comment, I should say, in one of my videos saying, I hope you can see me in the 125 race talking about this race. So there you are right there in front of me. There you go. Fun race. Gonna get around him here on the inside, but I'm like, I have to concede the inside right there. I don't mean to do this right here. I missed that rut, and I look back, and I'm pretty sure I took that guy out. Never my intention. You'll see that in this race. I never try to take people out. I try to race as clean as possible because I know that I get frustrated when people do it to me. So, yeah, I'm sorry about that. Did not mean to do that. So here we are in 4th, and I'm like, all right, I know I can get 3rd. Catching Zeke and MX for life, I know that's not going to happen. They were running like 6 to 7 seconds faster a lap in the little warm-up thing than me, so I know just even if they are a little bit less consistent than me, they're going to be able to get away from me, and I'm making a mistake right here, and I'm like, all right, just reel it in together, and let's see what we can do, and let's try to get this podium. But I think D went off the track at some point when we just passed, where we just passed. I don't know, but when timing and scoring, I should say, updates, I'm now in 3rd. And yeah, the chase is on, but it's not really because I know I'm not catching Zeke or MX for life. They are just way too fast, and I'm just not at that level yet. So this first moto ended up being pretty boring after that point because I actually did not crash the entire first moto. My first moto, I think I've gone without crashing or making really any major mistakes. Right here, I'm going to show you guys my fastest lap. Now in qualifying or warm-ups, whatever you want to call it, practice, I ran like a 2:05, I think was my fastest, and this is going to be my fastest lap out of both motos actually right here. So that is going to be my fastest lap out of both motos. We're coming around with a 2:03, which I was happy about. I seem to always run my fastest lap in the moto. I seem to be able to just lock in a little bit more, and I'm not really a qualifying guy. So here I go, just jump into the last lap. This is a lapper right here, and I don't think he wanted to get lapped. Maybe he was trying to still catch the guy in front of him, but he was racing me hard still down to the finish. But I just jumped forward in this race because nothing really happened. Because as you can see, I have about, what, a 20-second gap over 4th place, and I'm a minute behind the leader. So, and the race is already over. So I just kind of jumped forward because I was just kind of riding in no man's land in 3rd. I had a big gap behind me. Didn't crash at all. Nothing crazy happened. So yeah, we're coming away in 3rd in our first moto, and I'm like, all right, all you got to do is just get 3rd or better in this second moto, and you're going to come away with your first overall podium ever in one of these series races. I've got some moto podiums, but we're looking for that overall podium. That is the next goal and the next box to tick. So here we are in moto number 2. Let's hope that we can get a little bit of a better start than we did in that first moto, because getting taken out is never fun, and you don't want to come from the back. So let's see how moto 2 takes off. Coming off to a little bit of a worse jump right here. I shifted too early and bogged so bad, so I'm like, all right, I'm going to sneak up this inside. But watch Finesco up there, goes off the track, cuts back on there, cuts back over, and we're down again. Completely kamikazed everybody. We're in dead last again. So the work continues. We're going to go ahead and get around him, and I'm like, get me away from this guy. I'm not going to lie, maybe he's a good guy, but he kamikazed everybody, trying to swerve everywhere. So yeah, here we are, coming up on the pack again, and I'm like, all right, I'm behind D. Let me just try to stick behind D maybe and get around people. I'm going to get around 2 guys right there. One goes down, use the inside. I'm going to get a good scrub right there. And like I said, I just kind of want to hang behind D because I don't want to take anybody out. Like I said, you'll be able to see that clearly in this gameplay. I'm a clean rider, so yeah, just try to stick behind him and just try to get in tow and work our way up to the front. As stressful as this is with the netcode in this game, this is what makes the game super fun, is being able to battle with people like this. Now right here, L and D are gonna get super close to each other. You see me back off because I'm like, if they hit each other, I'm somehow gonna get the Poboso physics and their bike is gonna come flying into me. Luckily they don't hit each other. L is gonna make a mistake, and now we're right back on D again. See right here, I could have totally probably kamikazed him right there. I'm gonna hit the brakes right here, gonna let him go, because what's the point of taking us both out? So yeah, I don't like when people don't race clean in this game. I try to do the best I can, but yeah, sometimes mistakes happen, like in that first moto, and yeah. But now we're gonna work our way into 3rd. I don't know we're in 3rd at this point because I'm not even looking at timing and scoring. I'm just trying to go, and I think we're still in 4th because when I do take a glance over, I'm in 4th, but that's just because timing and scoring has not been updated. But we're actually in 3rd. D is in 2nd right in front of me, and Zeke is out there in the lead. So you can see me let off again right there. I could have easily pressured that to the inside, but don't want to risk anybody getting taken out. We're having a good race. Why do that? Right here is when I look over and timing and scoring, and I realize, oh crap, I am in 3rd place There is Racing 11. It's not Zeke, actually. He's going to go down, and now I'm like, oh, D is in front of me. No offense to D, but I felt like today I had the pace over him. I was able to gap him in the first moto. Maybe he just wasn't vibing with the track or catching a flow. So I'm like, all right, here's my chance to try to get out in the lead. So we're coming around. I'm in second place, and this was my line all race. I don't know what happens to him right here. Maybe he slides out or something. I'm going to get the lead, and I'm like, holy crap. I'm actually leading this race, and yeah, here's where my Eminem moment starts coming in, because my palms are sweaty, knees weak, and my arms were heavy because I was trying to stay calm, but I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty nervous and pretty anxious in this situation. So I already have Zeke right behind me, and he just is so much faster than me, and I don't want to hold any one of these guys up either, but I also want to run up front, but he's just going to get by me like it's nothing, but then he's going to make a mistake and go down, so I'm like, all right, well, I guess we'll just retake the lead and we'll wait for him to come back up. But like I said, I was getting shaky. You could see I missed the rut here, that I'm getting a little bit of Poboso physics, and I'm like, oh my gosh, they're right behind me. Just go. But at the end of the day, look at that. We are actually going to lead a lap. I will take that. I know I'm not fast enough to win yet, but I will take leading a lap, not gonna lie. Zeke is just gonna fly by me like I am standing still right here, but I'm like, all right, maybe if I can latch onto him, maybe I can learn some new lines, and maybe I can come through in second. But MX for Life is right behind me as well, and I'm like, man, I'm still nervous at this point, still trying to come down from the high of leading that one lap, but right here, this is gonna happen. MX for Life is gonna kind of hit me pretty good right here, and he does apologize, no harm, no foul. He's gonna let me go by, but in my opinion, I'm like, all right, he's way faster. I'm just trying to let him go by, because if anybody can challenge Zeke for the lead, it would be him, so I don't want to hold him up. And so right here, I'm just gonna let him go by, and then that's just gonna be what it is. And I'm just gonna here's where my mindset comes in again, is like, all right, try to latch onto these guys and pull away. Gonna make a little bit of a mistake right there, because I am trying to push to keep up with these guys, and it wasn't working out for me. I make another little mistake right there, and I'm like, all right, maybe try to back it down a little bit, because you wanted at least the podium. You know that you're not as fast as those guys. I wanted to try to learn something, but I don't think learning at this point, I already from making those mistakes, I'm like, you know what, I could take a chance to try to keep up and learn, but I'd rather get the podium in the long scope of things, just because I don't think I'm going to be able to keep up, and if I do, I'm going to keep crashing or making mistakes like that, and I'm going to allow fourth place to be able to come back up on me. So I decide right here, I'm like, all right, they've already pulled out enough in just a lap. I'm just going to try to back it down and just try to keep it, keep running fast laps and consistent laps. But then weird stuff started to happen. Like I front tuck right here, and if you guys have played the new update, you know how hard it is to front tuck, and that was the first one right there. Right here is going to be my own fault. My back end goes around the rut, kicks back the other way, I'm going to go down, and I'm like, what the heck? But then right here, this one was the weirdest one. I get a weird front tuck right here. Like, look at this. I just immediately go down. Doesn't let me save it. There's fourth and fifth, because all this happened within like 3/4 a lap. I crashed like 3 times very quickly within a lap, and I'm like, all right, get it together. I'm not going to push the sticks anymore. I'm not going to lean into the corners as hard anymore, and I'm just going to try to conserve. And I got back into a flow into the last few laps, and yeah, I was getting pretty nervous there for a second, because like I said, it was like all within like a lap and a half, 3/4 a lap. I don't really remember, but it was all within basically a lap that those 3 crashes happened, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? It is so hard to front tuck in this game, but that last one I don't even know. I didn't even fall or anything. It's like my rider fell off the bike without even the bike tipping over or anything. So that was a very weird crash, but I ended up pulling it back together, and here we are coming around for the white flag, and we are 10 seconds ahead of D in 4th place. Unfortunately, we're 46 seconds behind the lead. But right here, I'm just thinking, just keep it together. I do have a lapper in front of me, and I'm like, oh God, please no. Because some of the Poboso physics can bounce around, but it's Thief of Insulin. He pulls over. Fellow type 1 diabetic right there, gonna let me go by. I appreciate that. And so, yeah, here we are coming up to the final lap. We're actually on the final lap right now, and I see that I've now built a gap of another 2 seconds on D, and I'm like, all right, just hold it together. You got this. You can make this happen. We are going to come around for our first overall podium unless something absolutely tragic happens, which in this game, it can happen. It can happen, but here we are coming up to the last corner, and we're finally going to do it. We are coming away with our first overall podium. We are going 3-3 for the day. So I was pretty excited about that. I was super annoyed by the mistakes that I made because I felt like I could have been less behind the leaders, but I don't know what was going on with those front tucks. I didn't have that happen the whole first moto. As you can see, the last 3 laps, I really got it together, 205, 205, 206, but really annoyed with my performance in the second moto because I felt like I could have rode better, but I also feel like, what could I have done with that first and third crash? Because I didn't get a front tuck or anything the whole first moto. I felt like that first front tuck was a little bit suspect because I was doing that every single lap, and all of a sudden that one, it just makes me fly off the bike. But that third one, that third crash that I had was so weird. Like I said, I didn't even fall off the bike. The bike didn't even touch the ground or anything. I just fell off just standing up. So that was very weird, but what can you do? I can't complain too much. We're finally coming away with our first podium. We are getting better. The grind is real. I've been practicing every single day, and it's really showing in these races because I was a 5th to 7th place guy, and now we're getting a podium. So I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video, and yeah, keep supporting the channel. I appreciate it. Hit that like button if you can. Hit that subscribe button as well, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.